Europe, a continent steeped in history, a continent woven with the threads of empires and revolutions, of art and innovation. This land, rich in cultural heritage and diverse traditions, has been the cradle of countless civilizations and the birthplace of transformative ideas that have shaped the course of human history. Across its diverse landscape, from the sun-kissed shores of the Mediterranean, where ancient ports once bustled with traders and explorers, to the serene, sunlit villages that dot the coastline, each corner of Europe tells a story. The Mediterranean, with its azure waters and historic towns, has been a melting pot of cultures, a place where East meets West, and where the past seamlessly blends with the present. To the rugged peaks of the Alps stand monuments to human ambition, ingenuity, and artistry. These majestic mountains, with their ancient castles perched on high cliffs and their historic regions echoing with tales of valor and conquest, offer a breathtaking backdrop to Europe's storied past. Each peak, each valley, holds secrets waiting to be discovered, stories etched in stone and whispered through the ages, offering us a glimpse into Europe's vibrant past and its enduring legacy. Join us now as we embark on a journey to 20 of Europe's most iconic landmarks. So, fasten your seatbelts and ready your senses as we set off on this captivating exploration of 20 iconic landmarks that have left an indelible mark on the world. From the ancient to the modern, from the natural to the man-made, each landmark we visit will offer a new perspective on the richness of European history and culture. Join us on this unforgettable journey through time and majesty, and discover the stories that have shaped a continent and indeed the world. Our journey begins in the heart of France, in the City of Lights, Paris. Here, dominating the skyline with its unmistakable silhouette, stands the Eiffel Tower. Constructed in 1889 for the World's Fair, this iron lattice tower was a testament to the industrial prowess of the late 19th century. Gustave Eiffel, a renowned engineer, lent his name to this iconic structure. His vision was met with skepticism and even outrage from some Parisians who deemed it an eyesore. Little did they know that this audacious project, intended as a temporary exhibit, would become a symbol of France itself. Rising to a height of over 300 meters, the Eiffel Tower held the title of the tallest man-made structure in the world for over 4 decades. Its 3 levels offer breathtaking panoramic views of Paris, attracting millions of visitors each year. Today, the Eiffel Tower is far more than just a tourist attraction. It is a global icon of romance, a beacon of hope, and a symbol of human achievement, reminding us of the power of innovation and the enduring allure of a city that has captivated hearts for centuries. Our next destination takes us to the heart of the Roman Empire, to the eternal city of Rome. Here, amidst the bustling streets and ancient ruins, lies the Colosseum, an enduring symbol of the power and grandeur of ancient Rome. Completed in 80 AD, this elliptical amphitheater was commissioned by Emperor Vespasian of the Flavian dynasty. It was built as a gift to the Roman people, a place for grand spectacles and public entertainment. The Colosseum could accommodate up to 80,000 spectators who flocked to witness gladiatorial contests, mock sea battles, and even animal hunts. The roar of the crowd, the clash of steel, and the scent of blood and dust once filled the air, creating a spectacle both exhilarating and brutal. Despite the ravages of time and the plundering of its materials, the Colosseum still stands as a testament to the architectural and engineering prowess of the Roman Empire. It remains a powerful symbol of a bygone era, a haunting reminder of a civilization that once ruled the known world. Here in the heart of Barcelona, Spain, a vision of breathtaking complexity rises from the earth. The Sagrada Familia, a basilica designed by the enigmatic Antoni Gaudí, is a testament to human ambition and artistic genius. Construction began in 1882, but even after more than a century, this masterpiece remains unfinished. Gaudí, a devout Catholic, envisioned a church that would inspire awe and wonder, a symphony of nature and faith rendered in stone and stained glass. Sadly, Gaudí passed away in 1926, leaving behind a legacy that continues to captivate the world. His intricate designs, inspired by nature's forms, were often considered too ambitious for their time. However, construction continues today, guided by Gaudí's original plans and fueled by the dedication of countless artisans. Rising high above the bustling metropolis of modern-day Athens stands to the glory of ancient Greece, the Acropolis. This rocky plateau, crowned with the ruins of magnificent temples and monuments, has borne witness to centuries of history, from the birth of democracy to the rise and fall of empires. The most iconic structure on the Acropolis is undoubtedly the Parthenon. Completed in 438 BC, this temple dedicated to the goddess Athena stands as a masterpiece of classical architecture. Its elegant Doric columns and perfectly proportioned facade have inspired countless imitations throughout history. But the Acropolis is more than just a collection of ancient ruins. It is a symbol of the enduring legacy of ancient Greece, a civilization that laid the foundation for Western civilization as we know it. Here, amidst the crumbling marble and weathered stone, we can almost hear the echoes of philosophers debating, artists creating, and citizens shaping their destiny. On the windswept Salisbury Plain in Wiltshire, England, stands a monument shrouded in mystery and wonder, Stonehenge. This enigmatic circle of standing stones has captivated the human imagination for millennia, inspiring countless theories about its origins and purpose. Dating back over 5,000 years, Stonehenge is a testament to the ingenuity and engineering prowess of our Neolithic ancestors. These massive stones, some weighing as much as 50 tons, were transported from distant quarries and carefully arranged in a precise configuration, demonstrating a remarkable understanding of astronomy and construction techniques. The true purpose of Stonehenge remains a subject of ongoing debate. Was it a temple for worshipping ancient deities? A celestial observatory for tracking the movements of the sun and stars? Or perhaps a sacred burial ground for revered ancestors? Whatever its purpose, Stonehenge stands as a powerful reminder of our ancestors' ingenuity and their connection to the cosmos. Nestled amongst the foothills of the Bavarian Alps in Germany, we find a site that seems to belong more to the realm of fantasy than reality. This is Neuschwanstein Castle, a masterpiece of 19th century architecture that seems to have sprung to life from the pages of a Grimm's fairy tale. Commissioned by the enigmatic King Ludwig II of Bavaria, construction began in 1869. The king, a patron of the arts and a dreamer at heart, desired a retreat inspired by the operas of Richard Wagner and the romance of medieval legends. The castle's design is a riot of Romanesque, Gothic, and Byzantine influences, more to the king's eclectic taste and the skill of the architects and craftsmen who realized his vision. Sadly, Ludwig II did not live to see his dream fully realized. He died in 1886, just weeks before the castle's interior was completed. Today, Neuschwanstein stands as a marvel to Ludwig's vision and the fairy tale architecture that continues to captivate visitors from around the world. With its grand halls, intricate rooms, and stunning views, it remains one of Europe's most iconic landmarks. Whether blanketed in snow or surrounded by autumn foliage, Neuschwanstein Castle offers a magical experience in every season. A true fairy tale in stone, Neuschwanstein Castle is a must-visit for anyone enchanted by history and beauty. As dawn breaks over the Bavarian Alps, Neuschwanstein Castle stands as a beacon of King Ludwig's dream and a symbol of timeless beauty. High above the city of Granada in southern Spain, perched atop the Alsabica hill, stands a marvel to the artistry and sophistication of Moorish Spain. This is the Alhambra, a sprawling complex of palaces, gardens, and fortifications. The Alhambra is not just a single building, but a collection of structures, each with its own unique charm and history. The complex includes the Alcazaba, the oldest part of the Alhambra, which served as a military fortress, and the Nasrid palaces, where the sultans and their courts resided. Its name is derived from the Arabic for the Red One, a reference to the sun-baked bricks from which it is constructed. These bricks give the Alhambra its distinctive reddish hue, which glows warmly in the sunlight, creating a striking contrast against the lush greenery of the surrounding gardens. Dating back to the 9th century, the Alhambra evolved over centuries of Moorish rule. Initially built as a small fortress, it was expanded and transformed into a magnificent palace complex by the Nasrid dynasty in the 13th and 14th centuries. Each successive ruler added their own touches, resulting in a rich mixture of architectural styles and influences. Courtyards, such as the famed Patio de los Leones, with its central fountain supported by 12 marble lions, offer moments of tranquility and contemplation. The Patio de los Leones is one of the most famous and iconic parts of the Alhambra, and its beauty and elegance continue to captivate visitors to this day. On the banks of the River Thames, casting a long shadow over London, stands a monument as enduring as the city itself. This is the Tower of London, a fortress that has borne witness to nearly 1,000 years of British history, its imposing walls echoing with tales of royalty, intrigue, and tragedy. Founded in 1066 by William the Conqueror, the Tower of London was originally intended as a symbol of Norman power, a stark reminder to the conquered Saxons of their new rulers. Over the centuries, its role evolved. It served as a royal residence, a treasury, a menagerie, and most infamously, a prison. Within its walls, kings and queens held court. Traitors were imprisoned and executed, and the crown jewels, symbols of the British monarchy, were kept under heavy guard. The tower's history is inextricably linked with some of the most famous figures in English history. Here, in the heart of Paris, on the Ile de la Cité, stands Notre Dame Cathedral, a masterpiece of French Gothic architecture. Its iconic silhouette has graced the Parisian skyline for centuries. Construction began in the 12th century, a testament to the ambition and artistry of medieval craftsmen. It was a period of immense religious fervor, and Notre Dame, with its soaring towers and intricate carvings, was to be a beacon of faith. Over the centuries, Notre Dame has borne witness to the ebb and flow of French history. From royal coronations and grand celebrations to revolutions and wars, its presence has been a constant. Today, it remains a symbol of Paris, a place of pilgrimage for the faithful. In April 2019, a devastating fire engulfed the cathedral, causing significant damage to its roof and spire. The world watched in sorrow, but efforts to restore this iconic landmark began almost immediately. Today, dedicated teams of craftsmen and architects are working tirelessly to bring Notre Dame back to its former glory. The restoration is a symbol of resilience and hope, ensuring that Notre Dame will continue to inspire future generations. On the banks of the Seine River, we find another Parisian icon, the Louvre. But this vast palace, home to some of the world's most celebrated works of art, began its life not as a museum, but as a fortress. Its origins date back to the 12th century, when King Philip II ordered the construction of a formidable stronghold to protect Paris from invasion. Over the centuries, the Louvre underwent numerous transformations, evolving from a medieval fortress into a magnificent royal residence. It was King Francis I who, in the 16th century, began the Louvre's transformation into a repository of artistic treasures. He invited renowned artists, including Leonardo da Vinci, to his court, laying the foundation for what would become one of the world's greatest art collections. Today, the Louvre's iconic glass pyramid, a modern addition to its historic facade, welcomes millions of visitors each year. It stands as a symbol of the enduring power of art to transcend time and connect us to the creative spirit of humanity. In the heart of London, we find Buckingham Palace, the official residence of the British monarch. Its imposing facade, with its iconic balcony, has become a symbol of British tradition and pageantry. The palace's origins can be traced back to Buckingham House, a grand townhouse built in the early 18th century. It was King George III who, in 1761, purchased the property for his wife, Queen Charlotte, transforming it into a comfortable family home. However, it was Queen Victoria who, in 1837, made Buckingham Palace the official residence of the monarch. During her reign, the palace underwent extensive renovations and expansions, solidifying its status as a symbol of the British Empire. Today, Buckingham Palace remains a working palace, hosting state banquets, diplomatic receptions, and other official events. It is also a place where history comes alive, its walls whispering tales of monarchs and prime ministers, of triumphs and tragedies. The palace has witnessed significant historical events, such as the coronation of Queen Elizabeth II in 1953, and the annual Trooping the Color ceremony, celebrating the monarch's official birthday. Its grandeur and historical significance make it a must-visit landmark in Europe. Here, in the heart of Rome, lies a land steeped in history, artistry, and faith. This is Vatican City, the smallest recognized state in the world, both by area and population. Yet, despite its diminutive size, the Vatican commands a presence that reverberates across the globe. Encompassed entirely by the Italian capital, Vatican City is an independent city-state ruled by the Pope, the head of the Catholic Church. This unique status grants it its own flag, currency, and even a postal service, distinct from those of Italy. The Vatican's history stretches back to the very foundations of Christianity, with the site believed to have been the burial ground of St. Peter, one of the 12 apostles. Over the centuries, it evolved from a humble burial site to a place of pilgrimage, gradually accumulating the grandeur and influence we associate with it today. Key landmarks include the Vatican Gardens, the Vatican Library, and the Apostolic Palace, each contributing to the city's rich cultural and spiritual heritage. Vatican City remains a beacon of faith and history, a true city within a city. Rising dramatically from the waters of Normandy, Mont Saint-Michel stands as a testament to medieval ingenuity and faith. This island commune has withstood the test of time, witnessing centuries of history, from the days of the Dukes of Normandy to the present. Bathed in the golden glow of the setting sun, its Gothic spires reach towards the heavens, telling tales of devotion and architectural brilliance. Each stone and archway speaks of a time when faith and craftsmanship were intertwined. Built over centuries, Mont Saint-Michel was dedicated to St. Michael, embodying the spiritual aspirations and resilience of its people. The legacy of the ancients is preserved in the manuscripts and artifacts found within its walls. These relics offer a glimpse into the lives and beliefs of those who once walked its halls. Intricate carvings, stained glass windows, and ancient frescoes adorn the abbey, each piece a testament to the artistic and spiritual fervor of the medieval period. As you stand atop Mont Saint-Michel, gazing out over the surrounding landscape, you can almost hear the whispers of the past, echoing through the ages. The reflection of the abbey in the water below serves as a reminder of the enduring legacy of the ancients, a legacy that continues to inspire and captivate visitors from around the world. In the heart of Tuscany, amidst rolling hills and vineyards, stands a structure that defies gravity and logic, the Leaning Tower of Pisa. This unlikely icon, famous for its unintentional tilt, is a testament to human ambition and the unpredictable nature of engineering. Construction of the tower began in the 12th century as a bell tower, or campanile, for the nearby Pisa Cathedral. The tower was intended to stand tall and proud, a symbol of Pisa's power and prosperity during the medieval period. However, the tower's fate took an unexpected turn. The foundation, built on unstable, shifting soil, began to sink unevenly, causing the now famous lean. This unforeseen challenge halted construction for almost a century as engineers grappled with a solution. The Berlin Wall. For almost 3 decades, it stood as a stark symbol of division, a concrete barrier that sliced through the heart of Berlin, separating families, friends, and indeed, a nation. Constructed in 1961 by the German Democratic Republic, the wall was intended to stem the tide of East Germans fleeing to the west. This imposing structure, stretching over 27 miles, was more than just concrete and barbed wire. It was a heavily guarded frontier, patrolled by armed guards with shoot-to-kill orders. The Death Strip, a desolate no-man's land flanking the wall, served as a grim testament to the human cost of this political divide. The wall's presence cast a long shadow over life in Berlin. For those in the West, it was a constant reminder of the Cold War and the restrictions imposed on their Eastern counterparts. For those trapped behind the wall, it represented a barrier to freedom, opportunity, and the chance to reunite with loved ones. Nestled amidst the manicured gardens and sprawling parkland of Versailles, southwest of Paris, stands the magnificent Palace of Versailles, a testament to the grandeur and opulence of the French monarchy. Its origins can be traced back to the 17th century, when Louis XIII, a passionate hunter, constructed a modest hunting lodge on the site. However, it was his son, Louis XIV, the Sun King, who would transform this humble abode into a dazzling symbol of royal power. Louis XIV, determined to establish Versailles as the seat of his court and government, embarked on a series of ambitious expansion projects, shaping Versailles into the awe-inspiring palace we see today. The palace became a stage on which Louis XIV could showcase the splendor of his reign. Every detail, from the glittering hall of mirrors to the meticulously landscaped gardens, was designed to inspire awe and reinforce the image of the king as an absolute ruler. Versailles became the envy of European monarchs, inspiring countless imitations across the continent. The palace served as a lavish backdrop for courtly life, hosting elaborate balls, theatrical performances, and political gatherings that shaped the course of European history. In the heart of Vatican City, nestled within the Apostolic Palace, lies a sanctuary of art and faith, the Sistine Chapel. This sacred space, renowned throughout the world for its breathtaking frescoes, holds a unique place in the history of both art and Christianity. Michelangelo, already a renowned sculptor, approached the project with characteristic ambition and intensity. Working tirelessly on scaffolding high above the chapel floor, he transformed the ceiling into a masterpiece of Renaissance art, depicting scenes from the Book of Genesis, from the creation of the world to the story of Noah's Ark. However, it was not the chapel's architecture, but rather its interior decoration that would secure its place in history. In 1508, Pope Julius II commissioned a young Michelangelo to undertake the daunting task of frescoing the chapel's ceiling. The chapel's story begins in the 15th century with Pope Sixtus IV, who commissioned its construction and gave the chapel its name. Completed in 1483, the Sistine Chapel was intended to serve as a private chapel for the Pope and his entourage, a place for prayer and contemplation. We journey now to the heart of Istanbul, a city that straddles two continents and echoes with the whispers of empires past. Here, amidst the bustling streets and the timeless waters of the Bosporus, rises a structure of such breathtaking beauty and architectural grandeur that it has captivated hearts and minds for centuries. This is the Sultan Ahmed Mosque, more affectionately known as the Blue Mosque. Its 6 elegant minarets pierce the sky, a testament to the ambition of its 17th century patron, Sultan Ahmed I. He envisioned a mosque that would rival the Hagia Sophia, the ancient Byzantine masterpiece that stands as a constant reminder of the city's layered history. And rival it does. The mosque's exterior, a cascade of domes and semi-domes, culminates in a central dome of perfect proportions. This symphony in stone is adorned with thousands of blue Iznik tiles, their intricate floral patterns shimmering like jewels in the sunlight. It is from these tiles that the mosque derives its popular name, a tribute to the celestial hue that bathes its interior in an ethereal glow. But the mosque's beauty is not merely skin-deep. The Rijksmuseum, a name synonymous with art, culture, and the very soul of the Netherlands. This magnificent museum, with its distinctive neo-Gothic architecture and soaring towers, dominates the heart of Amsterdam, standing as a potent symbol of the Netherlands' rich artistic heritage and enduring cultural strength. Our journey takes us back to the 19th century, when the Rijksmuseum was first established as a national museum. Over the decades, it has witnessed the evolution of art and the preservation of history, the triumphs and masterpieces of Dutch masters, and the celebration of a nation's artistic achievements. The Rijksmuseum's grand halls, once filled with the works of Rembrandt and Vermeer, now house a treasure trove of art collections including grand paintings, intricate sculptures, and historic artifacts, each piece whispering tales of creativity, craftsmanship, and the relentless pursuit of beauty. The Charles Bridge. A timeless silhouette against the Prague skyline, a structure as much a part of the city's identity as its cobbled streets and medieval squares. This magnificent stone bridge spanning the Vltava River is not merely a means of crossing from one side to another, but a journey through history itself. Our story begins in the 14th century, under the reign of Charles IV, the Holy Roman Emperor, who envisioned a bridge that would not only connect the two sides of Prague, but also serve as a symbol of his power and ambition. Construction began in 1357, and for centuries, the Charles Bridge stood as the only link between Prague Castle and the Old Town. Over the centuries, the bridge has witnessed its share of triumphs and tragedies. Royal processions, bustling marketplaces, and even religious conflicts have all unfolded upon its cobblestones. Yet through it all, the Charles Bridge has endured, a silent witness to the ebb and flow of history. And so, our journey through Europe's most iconic landmarks draws to a close. From the soaring heights of the Eiffel Tower to the ancient stones of Stonehenge, each landmark has unveiled a unique chapter in the continent's rich and diverse tapestry of history, culture, and artistry. But the story doesn't end here. Europe's landscape is teeming with countless more stories waiting to be discovered, each corner whispering tales of bygone eras and enduring legacies. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more historical explorations. Let us know in the comments which landmark is your favorite, or if there's one you think should have made the list.